Thank you for calling the Bureau of Potential Revenue. For the life you lived, press 1. For the lives you did not live, please hold. Your wait time is forever.
Somebody's gonna pay for what you could have been. Somebody's gonna pay for what you could have been.
Yeah. Came home to a manila envelope thicker than my father's Bible. Return address, Department of Unrealized Assets. Inside, every me that never made it to breakfast. Kendrick the architect, Kendrick the father who stayed, Kendrick the sober man from 2013. Listed like dependents, I forgot to claim. Page 7, dentist lost earnings, 2,004 million. Page 12, the novelette, 16, cultural value incalculable. They wanted payments on futures I traded for survival. My mama got 1, 2. Concert pianist abandoned, pregnancy penalty 18,000 per year. She sat at the table, fingers hovering over imaginary keys. The block was papered in pink slips, a possibility. Dwayne, marine biologist interrupted 2009. Keisha, Fulbright scholar interrupted rent. The preachers was blank. Could have been honest, fee waived.
The system always knows who wrote the rules.
Tax the man I didn't become. Tax the shadow on the better road. Tax the ghost of every choice. Tax the weight of every load.
They wanna cut the what I never had. They want a piece of what I lost. You can't bleed a stone for blood, it's safe.
You can't tax a man for what he cost.
They count what you could have been so they don't see what they made.
Tuesday, the bureau open next to the check cashing place. Line around the block, folders of regret in hand. I took number 4092. They were serving 7, old woman crying. They got me as a bride, 1964. He got drafted, interest due, young dude. Mighty, engineer deferred, parenthood asset seizure authorized. I got to the window, the clerk looked up, it was me, clean shirt, no scars. The Kendrick from page 4, he said, I'm just doing my job. I said, your job is grave robbery. He said, my job is reminding you that you chose this. I leaned through the slot, smelled his alternate cologne. Brother, I didn't choose the war that took my tuition. I didn't choose the pharmacy that took my uncle. I didn't choose poverty as a full-time job with no benefits. He stamped my form, payment due. Your sense of humor, your dreams in color, cash or credit.
I paid in cash, I always pay in cash.
White room, no shadows, auditor with no face. Just a tie and a voice like elementary school.
You've accumulated significant debt in lives unlived.
Show me the ledger. He slid a book across the pages with mirrors. Every alternate me staring back, not angry, just waiting. The dentist, the father, the novelist.
They wanna know why you chose them over yourself.
I looked closer, I didn't see better men. I saw men who never met my mama's real laugh. Men who never held my homie's hand while he OD'd. Men who never learned to make something from nothing. To find God in the basement when the church was locked. I didn't choose against them, I chose toward these people, toward this exact broken and beautiful now. The auditor's face appeared, it was my father's wet with tears. Then the debt, he whispered, is forgiven. The mirrors cracked, the forms caught fire without smoke.
The ash spelled my name in cursive.
By Friday, the neighborhood stopped filing. We burned the census and oil drums, warmed our hands on hypothetical futures. The smoke made shapes, diplomas, rings, tickets. We watched them dissolve into the gray air we breathe. The bureau sent enforcers, but their forms were heaviest. Could have been kind, could have been just, could have been human. They sank into the asphalt. Weighed down by their own paperwork, I walked home lighter. Not because I lost potential, but because I finally met it. Not the potential they measured in dollars and degrees, but the potential to survive, to witness, to carry the uncarryable, to be the version my people needed. Not the version that would've looked good in the yearbook. My mama was at the piano, not playing, just resting her hands on the keys. I always thought I failed. Mama, you didn't fail. You took the only road that led to me. She smiled, no sonata needed. The moon rose, full and indifferent, and ours. This is Kendrick, the one who made it, the one who didn't, the one still making it. Leave your potential after the tone.
The We both know you left everything on the table. Somebody's gonna pay for what you could have been.